Hey everyone, AlphaStarDX here, and tonight we are going to do something trivia related. This will be Jeopardy Junior Edition, and the reason I'm taking it to such a low skill level here is because I'm actually working on taking these boards from the DOS games and turning them into PowerPoints. I'll have another episode on that eventually. But for right now, I just feel like playing, and we all know how Jeopardy works, so let's get to it. Okay, what's the EXE? Oh, Junior, okay. If anybody's in here and the game volume is still too loud, kindly let me know. We'll make that guy us. So all I'm really going to do here is record this as we go, and I'll just play back the video when I am going to put the PowerPoint together. So here we are. The categories are cats and dogs, stars, cooking, yesteryear, scientists, and ring bell, with bell in quotation marks there and cats and dogs in quotation marks in that category. We will begin in just a moment here. Yeah, I'm one of those that tries to answer messages. Sorry about this, guys. This one's actually moderately important. If you're watching this later, just keep skipping ahead. Right. With that out of the way, let's get started. We're going to go right across as best we can. So cats and dogs for 100. An air battle between two ace pilots. What is a dog fight? Let's go right on. A thick sauce used as a seasoning, made from tomatoes, vinegar, and spices. That might not have been the most intelligent thing I've ever done. Let's see. thick sauce used as seasoning, made from tomatoes, vinegar, and spices. No, I don't have it. Gotta let it slip. Teach me to buzz in without knowing. Anybody here know it? Oh. See, I spell it differently. I would not default to that thought, but makes perfect sense. Cat's up. Good grief. I'll have to remember that one. A spring tree with white or pink flowers. What is a dogwood? Oh, and the best part is the answer has to be cat's up on the PowerPoint because of the nature of the category. Hundreds of designs can be made with a loop of string in this children's game. Not one I ever played, that's for damn sure. Oh, I don't know. Cat's Cradle, okay. Let's finish it out. The corner of a page folded over to mark a place instead of a bookmark. Not that I'm a reader, but what's a cat's ear? It's not a cat's ear? Oh, we're all batting 1,000 a day, aren't we? Let's see if Jody knows it. She knows it. A dog's ear. I had the right concept, but the wrong animal. Alright, so where do we go from here? Cooking for 4. A form of sugar that has molasses added to it. I make this in a preferred chicken sauce all the time. What is brown sugar? Excuse me. Let's keep with it. Cooking for 1. Fungus used as a leavening agent to make bread rise. What is yeast? Yeast. Okay, I'm done being nerdy for now. Cooking for 2. This is used to drain spaghetti. Now, how is this spelled? What is a colander? Type of waves used to cook food quickly. Not even remotely recommended for raw meat and such, but what are microwaves? This food is named after a British earl. Not all of these are cooked, but what is Earl of Sandwich? Okay, stars for 1. A glowing heavenly body that emits heat to the earth. What is the sun? A star is reflected in this blue gem. What is a sapphire? Seven bright stars in this constellation form a large, long-handled cup. What is the... Yeah, the Big Dipper. That totally works. What is the Big Dipper? Also known as the Pole Star or Polaris, this star is a guiding light. What is the North Star? The symbol of faith in Judaism. What is the Star of David? Alright, halfway out, let's take a quick look if anybody is here. Nobody is at this moment, that's okay. Yesteryear, the century in which the Civil War occurred. The 1800s, or what is the 19th century? This fascist political party put Hitler into power in 1933. It seems they might be rising again. What is the Nazi Party? The lone eagle who flew the first non-stop transatlantic flight in May 1927. Well, this will be another test of spelling. Who was Charles Lindbergh? His August 1963 march on Washington, D.C. featured the phrase, "I have a dream." Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? Early 20th century president who established the National Park Service. Oh, that I don't know. Teddy Roosevelt. Moving to scientists for 2. French scientist who discovered the cure for rabies and the process of pasteurizing milk. Who was Louis Pasteur? Let's stick with it. Aha! There it is. Feeling pretty confident. Let's go for a true daily double. She won the Nobel Prize for the discovery of radium. Who was Marie Curie? Madame Curie. German-American scientist who theorized the meaning of relativity. Who was Albert Einstein? The first polio vaccine was discovered in the 1950s by this American scientist. Oh, That I don't know. Jonas Salk. Ring the bell. Slang word for stomach. What is belly? Alright, let's knock off scientists first. The father of genetics, he worked with crossing peas. Gregor Mendel. An unsuccessful dive. What is a belly flop? The navel. Well, they all seem to have to do with the same thing here. What is the belly button? This hotel employee carries luggage. We finally deviated from that one topic. What is a bellboy? Also, by the way, for those of you noticing the cursor up at the top, that little bit there, the reason I'm holding down the window like I am with it is so that I can read the clues out. Oh, whoa, excuse me. Also, it's not good for presentation when the computers have the ability to ring in before it can be read. Same reason why in the second season of the show from 1985 to 86 was when they introduced the system where you can't ring in until a clue has been fully read out. That was so that home audience could play along too and everybody had a slightly fairer shot at knowing not knowing. Well-known manufacturer of soup. What is Campbell's? Cool. Now we're not going to get first pick because we are far from third. Jody's going to start it. The categories this time are cartoon characters, time to eat, the dog family, birds, four-letter words, and castle night. Starting dog family for 4. Usually called a hot dog or wiener dog because of its shape. Oh, that's what I knew it as. Oh dear. Excuse me. Dachshund. Food, 800. This dessert is also the first day of the week. Of course, the spellings are different, but we'll ignore that. What is a Sunday? The day, of course, spelled with a Y at the end. Alright, so dog family was introduced to us first, so we are going to stick with that. Lassie is this breed of dog. What is a collie? A short-haired dog with tail and ears docked. Muhammad Ali could own one. Nice to know I can do trivia on such a low level. What is a boxer? This dog is bred for its sled pulling ability. What is a husky? European bred dog known for its strength, size, and guarding ability. I'm not sure enough to try this. I'm not going to bet 1,000 on this, but I would say German Shepherd. And that'll teach me not to go with my gut. Castle Knight. A serpent who breathes fire. What is a dragon? Would never have called a dragon a serpent, but okay. Let's go back to Time to Eat. A popular movie snack. I enjoy it myself. What is popcorn? The all-American food at a baseball game. Funny, this was just mentioned in another category. What is a hot dog? So for those of you wondering how I'm able to... Well, there was really no indication that I was, but I actually can control which boards show up to a point. Within the folder for this game, there are 25 files that hold game boards in them. And all I have to do is pluck all but one of them out, leave one in there, and then I can just delete that file once I finish playing it, plug another one in, and off we go. That's how I'm able to get all of them without repeating. Pretty neat trick. If anybody's interested, I'll show you the specifics of that sometime. Goldilocks tasted this from the Three Bears bowls. Sorry about that, had a little itch. Anyway, I know a couple friends who'd be making weed jokes right about now, but what is porridge? The small snacks usually served at a party before a meal. Oh, good luck to me. What are hors d'oeuvres? Alright, did I misspell it or is it going to be appetizers? I misspelled it. Oh, whatever. Whatever. Back to castles and knights. This water-filled ditch around a castle protected it from enemies. What is a moat? Door lowered to allow entry into a castle. What is a drawbridge? I just realized something here. It doesn't matter. It's going to be seen anyway. My real name is actually represented as the only champion on that list. A should have just done that, but it's okay. She was always in distress. Guess you want the generic term, do you? What is a damsel? There are still 2 daily doubles out there, in theory. The thing about this game, though, and anything in its group, was if a computer got their hands on a clue that was slated to be the daily double, it simply would not be a daily double. It would just be a clue. So for all I know, it's lost to the wind. The musical play Camelot was based on this king's life. Who was Arthur? All right. Cartoon characters. Walt Disney's first cartoon character, whose girlfriend is Minnie. Who is Mickey Mouse? It's a bird. It's a plane. No, it's this guy. Who is Superman? She worked all day for a mean stepmother and ugly stepsisters. A very grim situation indeed. Who is Cinderella? After running away from a wicked queen, she found 7 little friends in the forest. Who is Snow White? There's one of them. Oh, I'm definitely going for this. True daily double. Nothing, or $34,400. Donald Duck's old rich relative. Who is Scrooge McDuck? And there's still one more out there somewhere. Let's go for the birds. Well, 2 straight. True daily double. 68.8 if we're right. The large bird featured on a popular children's television series. Who is Big Bird? A common bird noted for its red breast and the first sign of spring. What is a red-breasted robin? What, did it just want robin? Yeah, that's the other reason I'm making PowerPoints out of this, is the answer detection is not particularly intelligent. The national symbol of the United States of America. What is the eagle? Oh, sure. Take that for bald eagle. Bird noted for its colorful plumage, long tail, and loud screeches. It's an entirely different network, but what is a peacock? This bright red bird has a religious name. What is a cardinal? As in the St. Louis Cardinals. And now, last but not least, 4-letter words. A strip of leather that holds up your pants. What is a belt? One half of a quart. What is a pint? It reflects the light of the sun. What is the moon? Also, it's worth noting at this point the computer characters do not play Final Jeopardy. Their scores stay at the end of double. The principal substance of an egg. And the thing that would ordinarily become a chicken. What is a yolk? And finally, a kind of plug used in wine bottles. What is a cork? And now the final Jeopardy category is famous women. This is either going to end really well or really badly. Now, in the event of a tie, the player who had the higher score coming into Final Jeopardy would win the game on this version. That being said, my next closest opponent had $700, so I will wager $73,100. This famous Civil War nurse was the founder of the American Red Cross, who was Clara Barton. $146,900 combined with the previous $100K from the last game. Oh no, I did gag as a joke for my other friend. Never mind, my real name does not show up. Combined with the $160,000 from the last game, that is a grand total, folks, of $306,900. And that is our show for tonight. Well, thank you very much, game, and I share the same sentiment with all of you. Until next stream, have a great evening.